or expensive? I didn't get in on the cost.
I think
of
we're
it.
live.
We're live.
Yep.
Oh, good. Okay. We are live. And we have mail to open.
I think we are. Nobody's on there yet. Oh, there it is. There we go. I think we're live now.
Somebody says we're there?
Yep. Well, I see it.
It's starting making comments?
Well, I see that. I see the red
there you
circle.
go.
Yep. People are working on it now. So, mine's not showing comments yet, but it will. It'll catch up.
Blows my mind. I just forget it. I'm not even going to try.
Well, welcome to Friday, everybody.
That's true.
I am not sure. Well, see, mine dropped out, but it'll catch up at some point.
It'll catch up.
Yep.
Well, I
Well,
can't.
you start opening mail.
I can't stare at this any
I
longer.
know it. Go ahead.
One of those monthly things.
Open the
that's
mail.
Wonderful. I don't know how I got going with this guy either. Janine and I had the whole idea of we started with cow bingo. Well, back when I was in animal episodes.
Right.
I spent a lot of time shampooing cows, and then Janine would end up walking around and, are we okay?
Mine finally caught up.
Oh, okay.
I was
she
worried.
spent a lot of time before she got into college walking the cow around the athletic field, and they paid well to do that.
Cow walking.
Yeah. Well, they'd break up a 30. They used to give out $35,000 prize because they sold off all the squares often. So, at any rate, but that was far beyond our capability. I started doing it with just tickets, but she said, no, you can't do that. So she picked up this friend, and somehow the two of them put this program together, and it's been fantastic. I think it's, at any rate, here we go.
This is the Memsaic check.
Yes. We hopefully have two of them. Yeah.
Oh, looks like it.
Yes, we have the hay check.
Awesome.
So the hay check is $14.74.50.
Awesome.
You want to worship it?
Yes, that is fantastic.
It is wonderful. And then here is our Goldy's Farm, $59.53.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's fantastic.
It is.
That's a big thanks to everybody.
It's our lifeblood.
Yeah, exactly.
But it keeps us going.
For sure. Well,
I think it's well spent.
I'm going to have Bob put it in the Judy pile right
That
away.
would
It's
be
in
good.
that side pocket there, in that plastic bin.
At 59,
In the drawer.
59 and 14. That's a lot of money.
That's fantastic. That is a lot of money.
But it's enough. I don't need to make it any bigger
Right.
at the moment.
It's safely tucked away.
It's safely tucked away, and people accuse me of making it bigger and things. That every once in a while something happens that
Right.
it does things I didn't ask it to do. But, we have 759 bricks, and
it goes along, and mostly a sellout every month. So that's awesome.
They really are, because I have a lot of quick picks.
Oh, for sure. That people send in the cards and
that
stuff.
aren't included in that
Right.
check.
Right.
So it's
That's
been
awesome.
wonderful, and it has to keep going, or we don't.
There you go.
That's just the way it is.
There you go.
Okay, this is Lee, Longwood, Florida. I wonder if there's anything left in Florida.
Boy, I don't know. They always get hit hard every year with storms.
Okay, so now we have to pull this out. Make sure nothing is left in there, so you get that. Thanks. Oh. We need one of those.
Oh yeah, you do. A single hole punch.
Yes, we'll show it out there, and then we'll get 900. But any rate, hi Carlene, a big thank you to you and your team for my surprise box of 2 Monkey Fists and Goldy's Yellow Pen. I was really tickled to receive it. It made my day. Keep on keeping on. We watch you every weekday evening. And looking forward to January 1 with hopes. of great new achievements and certainly less stress for you and your lovely team. That's wonderful.
That's
Thank you very
awesome.
much. Okay, so now that goes to go with Judy.
Okay,
Judy's
perfect.
file. Let's see if we had our bucket,
They could just drop in there.
yeah, we could just drop it in the bucket, but we don't have that
You
yet.
want me to show the card up there? Something.
Yeah, show the card. That, and we need,
Little-
I hate to say we need one of those,
A single hole punch.
but the reason
They come
we
in
do,
handy.
well, the reason we do are the monkey fists.
Oh yeah, for the little, I just,
It's
when
tough.
I got this monkey fist, there you go. It's got a
Right,
little
that
single
hole
in
is
it.
hard to punch.
There you
You
go.
know, in the whole thing. And this business, I do like having our address on it, but having it, you have, when you think you've lost your marbles, you have one left. That has made more people laugh. It's really funny.
That it does.
And it's so true and so interesting.
That it
And
does.
it's interesting,
Very
the
cute.
people that have them.
Yeah.
I gave one to the guy at the post office who broke up laughing, carried on, all sorts of noise. Turns out his girlfriend works in Boston in a hospital. She's a nurse, and she has one.
Oh, that's awesome.
From me being in there, I gave him out there.
That
Now
is
he's
so
got-
cool.
Well, it's funny. It's funny.
That
At
is
any rate,
very
I have a
cool.
good time with those.
Yep.
I hope I can continue making them. I wrecked 2 of them today.
Well, some days that happens.
Oh my heavens! They're bad. Where are they? Here they are. Once you get a twist in it, you're not going anywhere. You want something to play with?
Here you go.
I can't get them straightened out once they got a twist. It looks perfectly innocent.
Oh, for sure.
but
Yes.
his looks more complicated.
Yep. I'll let you play with that one too.
The simple one will get complicated real quick.
Yeah, I bet.
It's sort of a lesson in take your time and start right.
Yeah, I always find when I rush something, I regret it.
Yeah. Well, if somebody's clocking me to see how fast it takes me to, then I'm bound to screw it up. Because it used to take me 6 minutes. But it now takes me about 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you have to look inside.
It doesn't have anything in it. That one's for me, so I know it doesn't have anything else in there.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, my word. Is this from you guys?
Yes, it is from us.
Oh, okay. Want me to read the whole thing or not?
You can, or I can read it. So
You
it
can read
says, Carlene, Bob and I wanted to thank you for your hospitality and a wonderful visit to the farm. Bob hadn't heard as many of your stories as I have, so it was great to spend time several days exchanging stories. Thank you for having us go on some of your outreach visits, showing us the sous vide cooker, and letting me help out with mail chat this week. It's been a trip of many firsts and hopefully not many lasts. I'll try to write up my trip highlights for you to use in a doggy daily, since you mentioned it this morning. And also one that you might be able to use about Penny using the Yuppie Puppy out on the job. Looking forward to 2025 and all good things ahead for you and Goldy's Farms. All the best, Lisa and Bob.
Thank you very much. That was
You
very
are
nice.
welcome.
Very nice. I appreciate
You
that.
are welcome. We have had a lovely time.
Okay. And this one is all of us, which I just should open and think about. Because what it is it's part of a research thing where they're studying every part of me. And they have measured and poked and probed, you know. So it's sort of like, what do we got to do next? That's nothing in that one.
I wonder if that's a newsletter.
Oh, here we got mental health.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a newsletter.
Yeah. Well, that's the way they come at you with what their next
I'm sure.
problem is. and
Yes.
They want. Here, learn more about dental health.
Yeah?
Mental health.
One of those two.
Whatever.
Both are important.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want me to, you want to just save that over here to read later?
Yeah.
And this is that, what I think is just junk mail, these three
Junk
things.
mail,
Yeah,
okay.
for everybody, so. You want to tell them about the job today that you guys went on?
It was, first of all, it was right next to one of those great big windmills. So I got a really first-hand look at it.
Was it going
Yes,
today?
it was going around.
That's cool.
Yeah, those two out in Rockport always go around, because the wind's always blowing out there. And they're two right next to each other.
That's neat.
All I could think of was Don Quixote and, you know, there
Yeah.
was something about fighting the
Yeah,
strange people or
yeah,
something.
and tilting at windmills. Yeah.
At any rate, this is a daycare center where they drop off people, and they are, some of them were really severely handicapped, to the point of in a chair which came with them, in the bed chair sort of
Oh,
thing.
sure.
There were two RNs that run the place.
And it was you and Judy and the house dogs.
Yep.
Yep.
That's all we could manage for the cars. We had a car problem.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And I think I heard you guys had about 55 people,
Yes,
right?
we did. We had a lot of people.
That's
A lot of
nice.
people.
It sure.
And there was one man that what's his name? Here we go. The name. Larky identified.
Oh yeah.
From she started in the armpit, and then she went down his legs and spent time at his ankles, and just sniffing it, and the guy was sort of like, "What the hell's going on?" You know? And I praised her for doing it, but I did kind of have to pull her away a little bit. And of course, I asked the nurse. I said, "Is there any chance he has diabetes?" She, of course, couldn't tell me.
Sure.
I said, "Well, let me tell you, she's got something."
Yeah. There you go.
I said, you know, he's picked up something.
That'll be interesting because obviously the nurses know more about his health history.
Right.
So.
If it's something odd, I would like to know it, because maybe he's picking up more of them.
Right.
You know.
Right. So I'm going to go to questions now.
Go ahead.
Now. So.
Have at it.
Yes. So people are saying hello and everything, and they're saying it was nice that Bob and I were here this week, and obviously it's Friday. This is the last day for this week, but it's the last day that we're here too. So we move on from here tomorrow.
Yep.
New and different things. So, I would encourage anybody that's watching, whether they're local or whether they're not, to consider coming to the farm for a visit. This has just really been a fantastic week.
We'll pack you in. You got to ride with it right at. I'll pack them in somewhere.
Yeah, and it's just.
The roof over your head is all I can guarantee you at the moment.
Yeah, we can listen to the stories and watch the cameras and things like that, but to come and really see.
See what's going on.
Yeah, the amount, you see the hard work and the long hours that everybody puts in. But one of the things that's really touching is the impact that you guys make when you do these outreach visits. It's really heartwarming to see the smiles on people's faces, and whether they like dogs or not. Sometimes in the visits, people aren't happy. They don't necessarily like dogs. They're a little intimidated by the size of these guys. But they came down to the activities room, to participate, and it probably was a big change into their day.
You were there when we brought in the yuppie puppy.
Yeah.
We had a 100-year-old person giggling
Yes.
at that yuppie puppy thing.
Yeah,
So
for
that
sure.
will be used a lot.
For sure.
I wish the company would do something, like support us.
Yeah, that would be
You know,
nice.
give us a grant or something.
That would be very nice.
That's got 500, that's raised 500 puppies. By actual count, I've had over 500 puppies leave that thing.
Wow.
Sorry about that. I just had to answer something in there. So yeah, I would encourage anybody that can to come. If you know people in the local area that you can contact and give them a shout to say, you know, look at the websites, look at the cameras, maybe
Yep.
donate, buy a
Volunteer.
brick, and come and volunteer. It's real interesting that there's such a variety of things that volunteers are needed to do. You know, like there's some that are just
Folding
maintenance
laundry.
of the farm. There's some that's folding laundry. There's some that's going on the outreach things. There's some that's hands-on with the animal care. You know, that kind of stuff. So it gives a lot of people that have different interests or different time, you know, commitments that they can
I have yet
do
to have
help.
somebody with a handicap that I can't find a job for them here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm
You
sure
know?
you're very creative like that.
Yep.
So, yeah. Yep. And I, you know, it just I sure hope that as the winter goes on and the spring comes on and the farm changes and things like that, that the volunteer base kind of picks up as well.
Yeah. It never did, you know. This is New England. People's kind of digging harder when, you know, when the pipes begin to freeze and the.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we have a lot of animals to deal with outside,
Right.
and we got all that to look forward to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Because they
you-
have to have a drink of water somehow.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. I did notice again this morning a little skim coat of ice on some of the water sources. You know. You know, I can't remember where we were driving. We were driving somewhere toward Newburyport
Oh, okay.
this morning. There was a small pond, a small, you know, more than a puddle kind of thing, but not as big as like Hood Pond. And it had just a little skim coat of ice on it this
Yeah.
morning. It was chilly, but it turned into a lovely day. It was
Yeah.
real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good this afternoon.
That'll drive you crazy.
I'm not sure if my thing has dropped out of any questions, or if I've seen them all. So I hope that I have. My phone froze up, and I'm not sure. And I can't see the comments on Carlene's phone. Let me try Bob's just to make sure that I haven't missed anything here. The internet on my phone seems to be touchy today. Because I'm not on your Wi-Fi.
That's Greek to me.
Kind of for me, too. And Bob doesn't have his phone set up the way I do.
Oh, did either of you want to learn how to splice a rope before you leave?
We can try to do that real quick. Yeah, Bob's doesn't.
Here,
You have no signal.
See, like that.
You have no signal either.
Right, see, here we go.
Very cool. Yes,
That's it, so they don't ravel.
that is very cool. I do want to learn how to do that real
Well,
quick.
that's it. I have one of the buckets over there. It's pieces of string too short to use.
There you go.
It's all the pieces that I've, you know, I always have a piece left over when I do a monkey this. And,
Yay, I see one more comment on here. I'm sorry to interrupt you on that, but I just was concerned that this fell out.
Oh.
So yeah, I'd like to learn how to do that splicing. That would be really cool. Bob and I are from Maryland, is where we live. So it's about an 8-hour drive from where we are up to the farm here, which is nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
my daughter finds it halfway.
Yeah,
She
that's probably a
stopped
good
it.
stopping point.
She stopped it. What's that, right outside Washington, D.C. It's part begins with A, Amsterdam.
Well, Annapolis, but
That's
that's where we're from. I'm
right,
not.
right in that area.
Yeah, or Alexandria. Maybe she's over in Virginia, in the Virginia side of it. I don't know. There's a lot of places. I know she's on 95 quite a bit coming up. The way we come is
The big bridge, wasn't that big bridge 95?
yeah. There's two big
No,
bridges.
the one that fell.
The one that fell. Yeah, that's part of 95.
Yeah.
And that's really been a big impact on traffic around there. So I'm sure.
Annapolis.
Well, no, that's up in Baltimore.
Okay.
Down where we are, there's an even bigger bridge. It's 4 miles long, called the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and it's not part of 95. And we don't really like driving on 95 at all through Maryland. So what we do is that the longer Chesapeake Bay Bridge is only a short distance, a few miles from our house, and so we go over that to what's called the eastern shore of Maryland. And then we head through Delaware, so it's a much better road. It's a lot less congested, not as many potholes, and you take that all the way almost to Philadelphia. And so you kind of skirt around a lot of the icky 95 traffic. That's not fun. At least you can cut off quite a bit of it. So.
Where do you cross the Hudson?
That's the Chesapeake Bay down there. That we.
84 is a good place to cross Newburgh.
Oh, well, but we're coming up. We're not going through that part of New
Yeah,
York,
it's
right? But you tell her. Yeah, we go around New York City. We went through the George Washington, the George Washington Bridge is how we got over
Yeah.
Hudson. Yeah.
Janine already had a flat tire on the bridge,
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
and she said she was absolutely astounded. It took no more than 20 minutes for the police to have a new tire, not even her tire, but somebody else's tire on her truck, and she's out of there.
Oh goodness. Wow. Well, that was good. That was good. Yeah, the East Coast is very congested.
Yeah.
Somebody's commenting about the congestion with so many people on the East Coast.
That's what I mean. 84 is not bad.
Yeah.
Newburgh. It used to be a ferry.
Oh really?
Yeah. But now they put the bridge in.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, there was always a ferry.
Yeah. Yes, it's bridge crossings are really hard because to build a new bridge is really.
I can't imagine what it was like in days gone by, living in Boston, saying, I think I'll go to Washington and I'll swim those rivers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Me and my horse, we're just going to swim across.
I know.
Never.
I know it.
I mean, who decided to go across, anyway?
Yeah.
And it's almost the same thing with the Mississippi. Why do you want to go any further?
Yes, for sure. Someone's commenting that the Chesapeake Bay Bridge is scary, and a lot of people are afraid to drive over it. I'm not sure why. It can be intimidating for people, but there are a lot of people that are afraid to drive over it. And so you can stop before the bridge and have somebody drive your vehicle over for you.
Really?
Yeah, because some people just have a real anxiety about it, and so it's not safe for them to do it. But it really is something. For some reason, this bridge it kind of the way it's built, it goes up and it curves a little bit. Like I said, it's 4.2 miles long, and it's about 185 feet tall, I think. But it has to curve based on where they made the terminal points on each end in order to be perpendicular to the shipping channel, so you have the widest berth for the ships to go under. So maybe that's why people don't like it. I don't know. But it's almost 4.5 miles long, so that's something else too. So.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I think that's all the questions, y'all. So have a great weekend. I'm sure Elizabeth will be back on Monday, and everyone will be happy about that. So she's so much more entertaining than I am. So have a good weekend and take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.